When we left Earth, we entered a cold, vast territory. Beautiful and dangerous. But we didn't come for the view. We came for what we could take. And we made it even more deadly. Space is unforgiving, but so are your enemies.
And going up to shifts here. He has that graviton. There it is. Is the pulse bomb going to be there? It is going to be there. The pulse bomb taking down Thor.
Oh, he might have this. He's got the combo starting. He might go all the way. He's got the level 3. He's gonna pick him up. He's level 3 into that! And that is over! Broly Destroy will take the first match. Oh my gosh!
Hey all you gamers out there! Want the latest updates, news, and reviews? At Gaming Cypher, we write articles about all the hottest games, share stories from the biggest events of the year, work with an amazing staff, and even create our own content.
Bam! Okay, wow.
We know how big the gaming world is out there, so when it comes to staying informed, we've got your back. Gaming Cypher, the leading independent video game news source. Follow us today! you gamers out there? Want the latest updates, news, and reviews? At Gaming Cypher, we write articles about all the hottest games. Share stories from the biggest events of the year. Work with an amazing staff.
Yeah.
And even create our own content.
Bam! Okay, wow.
We know how big the gaming world is out there, so when it comes to staying informed, we've got your back. Gaming Cypher, the leading independent video game news source. Follow us today.
When we left Earth, we entered a cold, vast territory. Beautiful and dangerous. But we didn't come for the view. We came for what we could take. And we made it even more deadly. Space is unforgiving, but so are your enemies.
And going up to shifts here. He has that graviton. There it is. Is the pulse bomb going to be there? It is going to be there. The pulse bomb taking down Thor.
Oh, he might have this. He's got the combo starting. He might go all the way. He's got the level 3. He's gonna pick him up. He's level 3 into that! And that is over! Broly Destroy will take the first match. Oh my gosh!
Traveling to the Ilios ruins. Battle. Fire. Fight. Battle. Fire. Fight. Two. Battle. Fire. Fight. Match point.
Yeah, the trick to, winning these Pharah duels is all about predicting movement, and if you can, take advantage of the splash damage you're going to be getting on these pillars and what have you. Remember, one direct rocket does do 120 damage, a splash damage will deal 60. As we see Snake direct with a direct, but he's gonna end up being taken out. As I do believe we do have a mic on in the background for some reason.
Play of the game.
That was some play of the game. It was barely a kill minute. Yeah, that's definitely one that Snake would want to have back, given his Pharah dominance. So I do believe it will now be the EU team deciding which map they want to play on. I hope it's not Horizon. I really hope it's not Horizon, guy. I don't want to catch Horizon. I mean, overall, imagine how much better Overwatch would be without maps like Horizon and Temple of Dra and Dranamura. In fact, we should do a whole season without 2 CP maps in the pool. That would be amazing. One thing I am trying to propose, as I just talk randomly to myself, is I want to have hero bans at one point. I want us to be the first, tournament organization to actually have hero bans. So, imagine banning Mercy when she was a must-pick. Imagine banning Pharah, when you have a player like Snake or HSLC who just dominates on that character.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
So here we go, Lijiang Tower, a much, much better map than Horizon Lunar Colony. And honestly, am I the only one who prefers the old Horizon? Speaking of Horizon, there was a map teaser for Horizon on Lijiang Tower which was relevant a while ago, I guess, but not so much anymore. So interesting things going on here on the EU side of Skywalker, or Skywalker 2000. Does end up playing the Zenyatta. Normally we do see a lot of Lucios as opposed to the Zen, who has definitely taken a hit in his pick rate. Yeah, so not overly surprised. And come on, guys, it's an all-star game. Are you really gonna be running goats? Wow, brah. Alright, so goats at an all-star game. Let's do it. And already Snake gonna be getting his first kill of the day. Make that 2, taking up both supports. Make that 3! Snake absolutely dominating right now, picking up 3 supports. And yeah, that's one way to kill a Goat's comp. You get rid of every single support, not just the Moira, who of course died first, but also the Lucio, also the Brig. Brig's healing is already, like, you know, insignificant. Member Pig still running just Winston against Goats. The Pulse Bomb is going to be coming. A Pulse Bomb. Yeah, Pulse Bomb by Freedom. Doesn't find anything. Member Pig gets the kill onto Bonnie though. And HSLC able to demech Max. Skywalker gets a boob kill onto Max as well. And there's a late barrage coming out. Although just trying to keep this point under control, we're gonna let it drop. 47% built up for the NA side. Remember, he's gonna be rezzed up, but Snake does fall. Coalescence comes in here as well. It's able to take out Light Wolf as Bear Pig resets. I don't know why you would run Goats at an all-star game though, man. Like, it's probably the least fun composition to watch right now. Goats v Goats is like watching sumo wrestling, I find. Not that I've ever really watched sumo wrestling. I remember at the very beginning of like that first American Godzilla movie when there was like the old guy on the boat and he's watching sumo wrestling and eating like noodles or something like that. Snake unleashes the barrage. Gonna be defense matrix right there and taken out. As I neglected to mention, NA side did swap to basically a modified Goats comp of their own with a Far Mercy in place of a Diva Moira. Self-destruct comes out for some reason. And Haxor was able to find Bear Pig, gets a kill into Freedom as well, and now with just the cleanup. And that's going to be the EU side, not hindering that point once they eventually got it. But I have no horse in the race. You know, I just want to see a fun all-star match. I don't care if they run goats. I just think it's boring. Like, you know, I would be saying the same thing if the NA side had to run it. Rather. Nah, don't delete his comments, though. I want to see what this idiot says on stream. Anyways, Snake's able to get the boop kill onto Benno, but the kills are still there on the side of the EU side. On the side of the EU side, wow. Skywalker gets boop kill on the Jabori. And there's a nice mace to the face by Haxor onto Lightwolf. Snake no longer I'm sticking on the far. He's gonna be going on to the Lucio actually. We're gonna be seeing Jabori had the Anna for a brief moment. I was like, what? That's gonna be very interesting, but ultimately not gonna be running that. Man, Bearpig able to take out two of them. This could be the NA's opening to come in here and take this point back. So 50%, 51% built up for the side of EU. Still a lot of work to do, obviously. NA does have some good ultimates on. They do have the Earth Shatter. They're gonna have the Coalescence. Freedom, 75%. Cuba self-destruct. WAD now, swapping over to the Anna. And Anna is good at enabling goats and also, of course, countering goats. You know, one decent anti-nade can do so much, and just like that, the Anna nade in combination with the grab self-destruct's able to have the EU side completely take this over. On top of that, WAD already at 61% as well. Skywalker does have the sound barrier. Bonnie sitting on the Earth Shatter. Haxor does have the rally available as well. So Rally gets used to engage in this fight, and that's a big Earth Shatter, another anti-nade as well. And NA now looking for like one last fight potentially. WAD sitting on that Nano, the new and improved Nano that heals for 300. Or 450 if you use the nade as first. Hammer's gonna be countered out. Graviton comes in. It's looking like EU's gonna be taking this one 2-0 right now. Only Jang, there's just one straggler left. Freedom gets demacked, gets taken out. That's gonna be all she wrote.
Play of the game.
And there you see just how broken Brig's stats are. Not the player, just how they accumulate kill percentage. I casted a game last week, or actually I think yesterday or something like that. I saw a Brig of 100% kill participation. So completely ridiculous.
Radiant's lighthouse. Battle. Widowmaker.
Alright, now we have ourselves the Widow duel, which I thought was actually going to be first. Albeit I was wrong. This is why I suggested Ruins for the first part. Because I thought that was going to be the Widowmaker duel. Alas, now we have Widows playing on Lighthouse, and this is going to be, well, it's going to be something. Freedom's able to find the first pick on the Haxor and take it.
Battle. Widowmaker. Fight.
About just finding that angle right now.
Amateur.
Freedom currently, if he takes this one, he will be on match point. Oh, and a nice, flank by Haxor. Freedom had no idea where he really was.
Battle. Widowmaker.
Ties it up 1-0.
One shot. One kill.
Yeah, there's just so much open space in these maps compared to the 3v3 maps like that German one and Eco Point. They're both spotted right now, so I know exactly where they are.
Sniper. Amateur.
Freedom's gonna take that one with a nice clean headshot.
Battle. Widowmaker. Fight. Match point.
Yeah, I mean, as somebody who doesn't really play very much Widowmaker at all, except, you know, if I'm throwing, I don't really have much to say about the Widow v Widow matchup. Apparently we do have Spider Mine, I believe it's called that, available. Or no, wait, Widow Mine? Yeah, let me know what it's called, I actually forget. Spider Mine might be a StarCraft thing.
Enemy has been revealed.
Freedom, despite having the high ground, doesn't end up falling to Haxor. And for those of you who ever played the Revenge of the Sith game, there was an alternate ending where, despite Obi-Wan having the high ground, he still gets cut in half by Anakin this time, actually. So, yeah, high ground isn't a guaranteed victory. And right now it is 2-2, so a much better matchup than the first one between the Pharah duel. In the Pharah duel, rather.
Enemy has been revealed.
Sniper. Leave this to me.
Oh, Freedom did take a shot there. Not a full powered shot, mind you, so... It's not going to take very much for Haxor to actually win this one. And there you have it, Haxor able to take the Widow Duel comeback victory. Didn't even need a full charge shot at the end. So are we going to Eichenwald? Eichenwald is a map that has grown on me quite a bit. It's definitely had some... Oh, King's Row? Okay, even better. Even better, actually. Anyway, just regarding what I was saying earlier about goats, just to clear up any sort of confusion here, I think that in an all-star game, where it's all about just, like, you know, having fun, and just, like, you know, you could run more obscure things if you want to in an all-star game. Like, no one's really trying to, like, you know, keep score. It's all for shits and giggles, you know, part of my language. Here we are on stream, whatever, I don't really care. But I don't think goats is very fun. I think that it's a comp that, it's not a cheese comp. It's definitely not, I wouldn't put it in that kind of category. But it's not the kind of comp that you expect to get huge, big plays out of. And I think that's what an all-star game is supposed to be. So just for any clarification out there, that's basically it. I don't know, I think EU dramas... There's drama on both sides. If you want to talk about drama, not just including Overwatch, I mean, the EU has so many more countries. I mean, come on now.
Now entering King's Row.
You know, whenever we see a Pharah on King's Row who ults, I'm just gonna start calling it Rocket Farage instead of Barrage, because Nigel Farage is awesome. Nigel Farage is literally the best thing about EU. That, and I guess Shipsa. You know how you had, like, Drake play with Ninja? You should have Nigel Farage play with Chipsa. No, that I would absolutely tune in to watch.
The government here has such a medieval view towards Omnics.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Let's not waste time. I have tickets to the show.
Come out and face me!
Let's shoot for a new high score.
Okay, so apparently Snake is, has a game against Kuwait. Which is funny because, the organization broadcasting the, Kuwait game banned me for, something I said about Saudi Arabia. Which was actually completely deserved, but, you know, they want to be cucks about it. It's fine. Anyways, Hacktor able to immediately get some picks here onto Soul Smash. HLC doing his thing. And, yeah, this, Sim Bastion composition. Currently running wild over goats. That's some lols right there, bud. You may have seen in, Australian Contenders. was a team that successfully pulled off a Sim Bastion strat on Temple of Anubis. Hitoshi finally able to fall with off of that Kamehameha. Goku obviously not playing today, but he's here in spirit, I guess. Projected barrier comes out, that 5,000 health is just gonna remain right there. Bomb's able to take out Max. And yeah, I don't know why you would continue to run goats into this. This is actually a decent, like a Bastion who can constantly change his positioning with help of a Symmetra is going to be very strong against goats. Anybody who says that Bastion isn't strong against goats isn't equating to how the Bastion should actually be playing. Finally, some picks coming out here as Freedom's able to get the D-Mech, the K-Shot that hits SLC, and the Teleporter. And the Goats Comp's able to finally break through.
What?
Bonnie attack now swapping onto the Hamster, and Haxar are going to go into the Doomfist. For those of you who watched the Overwatch League finals, we did see Carpe run the Doomfist at this portion of King's Row, so pretty valuable. Against Goats especially. This is actually a pretty decent anti-Goats composition that EU is running. So I'll give them this, you know, they can play Goats and they can absolutely counter it. Self-destruct's gonna be blocked, also with help from that sound barrier. And Bear Pig's able to get the kill into Haxorvo, and they're able to get the cart continuing to move. Bonnie attack is very close to the mines. I do believe a Hamster is still bugged in the live version of the game. I'm gonna be using no shields now to try to prevent anyone from moving in, but they're just gonna be cleaned up relatively easily. In comes the Farage by HSLC, looking for a Brexit, and Freedom's gonna have to exit his mech. Graviton gets met by Transcendence and a Coalescence. It's just an alt spree right now. Alt fiesta, if you will. Bonnie attack already relatively close again to another minefield. But finally gets taken out. I think the composition is pretty decent for anti-Goats. The only change I would make is I would probably have Skywalker play the Ana. Just because I think you're going to be getting so much value with a anti-nade. Probably even a bit more than a Discord, to be honest. HSLC says, hey, I like Nigel, here's a Farage. Able to find 3 with it and completely repel the push. But 3 tank ultimates are online on the side of NA. And that's a big bomb by Benno. Able to take out 3 supports at once. You know, earlier on today we saw Snake take out 3 supports one after the other. Well, how about 3 just in one quick snap of the fingers like Thanos? It was half the team, so... Shatter comes out relatively well, but does not find the Zenyatta. Backline is exposed, exposed, but did not get explodes. And that's every tank ultimate now used on the side of NA. Eventually going to be getting the cart moving, but at what cost? As Dragon NB falls, there's no resurrect for him. They have to continue pushing this cart now without their main support. They do have a sound barrier to assist. HSLC with another barrage, as well as the Doomfist ultimate. Barrage able to take out Mad Max as Freedom gets demaxed. And 1 minute to go now. Soul Smash gets smashed. And right now, if I'm Freedom, I have to basically start equipping the Officer Diva skin just to help deal with this Doomfist who's just running rampant. Self-destruct comes in and Benno's able to find another 2, taking himself out in the process. I think he went into the hole actually when he launched that. Absolutely huge as Haxor was able to clean up. We are in overtime right now, not a lot of, nothing, like no time remaining whatsoever. Haxor was going to get another kill into Freedom. And the Coalescence just to light another Farage by HSLC. And NA is unable to complete the map. It's funny though because this is ideally what I wanted EU to be running from the get-go. I know they do have some very talented players, and so you know, to be seeing the Doomfist, be seeing the Pharah, be seeing the Hammond, much more entertaining stuff. Symmetra, Bastion, like come on, bud. That was pretty fun. Do that again. I like that. But it does look like NA might still be anticipating a GOATS composition to come out. Junkrat is still pretty good on first point regardless. Gonna have Freedom on the Widow as well. As for Benno being on the Torb, I would not expect it to happen. It's not going to happen. Maybe once they had control of the cart, that's something that you could potentially see.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
So that's going to be Anna for the ground forces, Mercy for the Pharah. And EU just gonna be walking on point Benno, trying to get a quick tick here. Not really gonna let it matter. HSLC really get the kill on the Dragon Envy, and Lightwolf falls as well. Just like that, EU has taken out the supports. And this is going to be a relatively quick capture on the side of EU as Freedom falls as well, with so does Soul Smash.
Thanks for the assist.
Soul swapping onto the Hanzo, Freedom gonna go onto the McCree, Max onto the Zarya, and Manbeer Big onto the Rhine, the rest of the composition. Actually, we're gonna see Bonnie now going onto, and yes, exactly what I was saying, we are gonna have Benno go onto the Torbjorn. And at this point, EU just wants to... And this is really what it should be all about. It should just be about humiliating your opponent. Like, I'm honestly not biased, you guys. I'm really not. You know, I just want a fun match, and I think having a Torbjorn cart on King's Row is pretty fun. Now, best case scenario now is Skywalker nanos him, and he gets like 4 kills with the hammer. Best possible case scenario. Is it gonna happen? I don't know. Should it happen? Oh, hell yes. HSLC with yet another Farage. Taking out Soul Smash and Light Wolf, and that's going to be that cart getting more, moving even more now. Turret gets back onto the cart. Sky did use that nano boost though. But no, nowhere close to the Molten Core quite yet. Need to see if he was able to find Mad Max though before he could get enough juice for that Graviton. Oh, Freedom went for the high noon and gets absolutely shut down by Bonnie, who had that supercharge. Now he just cleans up, able to find 3. And man, if you're an Orisa who can hit your shots, you know, you are a pretty lethal threat. People often underestimate Orisa and the damage that she can do, but it's actually quite a bit. So just under 5 minutes now to not even complete the map the full way. It's relatively close to a full cap, but just not quite there. Nonetheless, Skywalker is going to have yet another nano boost. Graviton comes out, Benno falls, as does his turret, as does Bonnie. And one of the cool things about Ana and Orisa together is you could potentially nano the Orisa, and then in all the damage that she gets, she's going to be building up another supercharger, and with that supercharger, Freedom just cannot land these ultimates today. HSLC with another Farage, able to take out 2, man. He's had so many Farage kills here on King's Row. And I think we are going to be seeing a Nano Blade now with Haxor. You not even touching the card, just waiting. They want to go for a good Nano Blade here. Here it comes. The Transcendence does need it though. He is able to find a kill on the Soul Smash, but Skywalker falls as well. HSLC just dominating. Haxor is able to frag out, and that's going to be the map and the series. 2-0 for EU. And that was actually my prediction all along. You can even ask AG if you really want to. And this was a triple support kill. Up with the self-destruct. And a well-deserved emote as well. See, I wish we could see how many barrage kills Hates this LC had. Alright, okay, so next week it will be NA playoffs. Tune in for that. And I'll see you then.